That's a lot of water movement. Now guys, if you take a look off to the right side of the boat here, folks, you'll see that gray bridge down there. Guys, that is the San Francisco-Oakland Bay Bridge. Not as famous as the Golden Gate, but it really should be, folks. That's the most traveled bridge in the country. And also the bridge that suffered damage in the 1989 earthquake. And also the bridge that got hit by the container ship, the Casca Busan, which spilled 58,000 gallons of bunker fuel into San Francisco Bay. Hold on here, everyone. Welcome to Alcatraz. Now, Alcatraz, folks, was opened up as a federal prison in 1933 and was shut down in 1963. The reason why they shut down Alcatraz, folks, was one, it was too expensive to maintain. And secondly, guys, the buildings are made of concrete on that island. And to cut some corners, folks, instead of using fresh water to mix the concrete, they use the surrounding bay water, which is salt water. After many years of exposure to the salt air and being mixed with salt water, guys, this building started to crumble away. Have you guys take a look at this first building right here, folks? This is where the guards and their families used to live. Have you guys take a look above the guard zones there, folks? You'll see that building with no roof on it on the top of the island. That was the warden's house. And that lighthouse up there, folks, Alcatraz had the first lighthouse site on the entire West Coast. The first lighthouse on the West Coast, folks, was on Alcatraz Island. Now, if you take a look on the top of the island there, folks, you'll see that big building up on the very top. That was the cell block. This is where famous prisoners like Al Capone, Machine Gun Kelly, and the Birdman used to live when Alcatraz was a prison.
Woo! Whoa!
Now, if you guys take a look at this building right here in the middle of the island, right by the water's edge, folks, this is the oldest building on Alcatraz called the Sally Port. Sally Port means armed gate. It was equipped with a dry moat and a drawbridge. It was the only entrance on and off the island. In later years, they put a chapel on top for the guards and families that lived here. Now, folks, if you take a look at this two-story building with no roof on it, that's where they put the really bad prisoners when it rained. Okay, I'm just kidding, guys. I'm messing with you. That was actually a meeting hall and a commissary. And on the bottom floor, guys, there was a 2-lane bowling alley for the guards. Now, guys, if you take a look at this 3-story building right here, folks, this was the bakery. Now, the reason why they had a bakery on it, folks, because there was enough heat generating from the diesel generators at the power plant right next door. The building with the tall smokestack coming out of it, folks, was the power plant. The Alcatraz had no electricity coming from the mainland, so they had to generate all their own power right here on the island. Now, folks, everybody always asks me, did anybody really escape from Alcatraz? Is this true or not? Well, folks, I know for a fact of 2 people that did escape the island. Does anyone know who those 2 people are? Anyone? Sean Connery and Clint Eastwood. Yes, folks, I saw their movies. They did escape. Now, have you ever seen the movie The Rock? Remember how they entered the island through a cave? Well, guys, there's the cave right there from the movie The Rock underneath the clumps of green moss right there. The cave from the movie The Rock. Here, folks, you'll see that rock right outside of Alcatraz right there. See that rock with all the birds on it? Guys, that's Little Alcatraz. Now, Little Alcatraz, folks, is the most notorious rock in the San Francisco Bay. Because if you take a look to the right of that rock there, guys, you see that red and green buoy? Well, that red and green buoy marks Little Alcatraz. Now, right now, it's the bottom of the tide right now, guys, so it's the lowest of the lows. And that's why you can see Little Alcatraz right now. Now, at a high tide, that rock sits 3 to 4 feet underneath the water. And the novice sailor that does not know what that red and green buoy means cuts in between the island and the buoy as a shortcut on a regular basis to hit that rock. Little Alcatraz did damage to his last vessel just a week ago. Now, if you take a look back at Alcatraz Island here, folks, you'll see that 4-story building on the corner of the island there. Guys, that was the cabinet shop. And to the right of the cabinet shop, everyone, you'll see that 2-story building with the blue windows. That was the laundromat. These 2 buildings are where the good behavior prisoners were able to get out of their one-man cell for a couple hours a day. It worked for about 15 cents an hour. Now, that's a great picture of Alcatraz right there, folks. And look at that, folks. If you take a look on the red and green buoy right there, you can see a couple of California sea lions hanging out there. Now, if anybody wants their picture taken with anything in the background, guys, the crew members are walking around the back deck. They are excellent with the camera. Now, guys, if I could have everyone please look towards the front of the boat at this time.
Too much sun.
You get to see the beautiful San Francisco skyline. Folks, truly the best. best way to see the city